He's coming.
We are live.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Today I had the idea to get a couple of people to join in. Get written. If you want to join, just let me know. I'll send you a link. Basically, it's holidays are coming. Christmas is in 2 days. It's time to just put smile in people's faces. Remember the good old days. Let's put it this way. Hey Tor, how are you? So I just want to remember what we used to do in the past before what's going on now is stopping us from celebrating the way we want to. You were going to say something, Annie?
There's many things going on. I'm hearing like you in double. Hold on.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm hearing you in double. Atata.
gonna set this up. Always takes a little time to adjust and make sure everything is working properly. So Darren, you come in
Okay, I think it's
later.
working.
It's working now.
I think so.
Okay. So if whoever's in the chat room right now, if you want to join, just send me a message. I'll send the link. It's just a matter of chatting. Gotta mute the YouTube side. Yeah, I think that's what she just did. Um, so the more people we are, just chatting, having fun. If you want to drink a beer, glass of wine, it's up to you. Um, I have with me right now Annie from Back to Basics Homestead. If you
Hi.
uh, if you don't know her channel, I suggest you go and check it out. So Darren is coming. Right on.
Hey, Darren.
So, I hear a little echo too. It's gonna get fixed. So, um, I guess what's going on now with the pandemic and all the restrictions all over the world, things have changed quite a bit. I remember back in the days, it was like the whole family on my mother's side. We go at my aunt's place, and all the cousins go there. Santa Claus is there. The way I remember, around 10 p.m. we eat chicken soup, chicken broth, and after 12, Santa Claus comes. We open the presents, and then there's like all the godmother, godfather, grandparents, all that kind of stuff, gift exchange, and so on. Um, as people grow old. I'm sure it's the same with all of you. You probably have memories of what it used to be, and now we have kids, and we have our own families, and things start to change. You have any memories, Hanny, of things you used to do back in the days?
Well, for us, it was more New Year's. That was a big party
Yeah.
on my father's side. For Christmas, it was more quiet. We had some family coming over. It was the traditional, the 24th. We would stay up very late. And as we were older, sometimes we would open the gifts very late. But then we started going to church for La Messe de Minuit.
Good.
And we started doing that for a couple of years. And as my parents were getting older, it started getting boring over the years. We would leave earlier and earlier. We would not do as much. So it was better when I was young. I'm trying to remember like the younger years. But my kids are super young. I'm not even able to show them the new traditions, so it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Here, gotta go already.
But I remember the food. The food was amazing. I think I was stuffed for like a turkey for days. I would eat nonstop. Like the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, and the leftovers all the way to the 30th of December.
Yeah, there's always the food. That's my aunt used to do this little shrimp dip.
Shrimp dip.
Yeah, she has a recipe. I don't know what it is about her recipe, but even if she gives a recipe to people in the family, nobody can replicate it the way she does. She's got something. I don't know if she puts more love or whatever it is. I think it's actually a
Probably.
thing. She put that on the table, and within 5 minutes, I mean, I got some cousins that are pretty big guys, so they would go in there and clean the bowl quite fast. So
Yeah,
yeah.
well, the love aspect in a recipe does make a difference. My grandmother, that's now deceased on my mom's side, she would make, you know, those pie crusts that you buy made pre-made at the store, and those pie fillings pre-made.
Yeah.
Basic food. We would buy it, try to make it just like her. So it's the same brand of the pie filling, the same brand of the pre-made pie thing. And even though we would cook it the same way, it always tastes different. Like couldn't figure that out. But, probably it is the ingredients, the magic ingredient, love.
Yeah. There's something, there's always someone in the family that's capable of doing something that no one else can. I don't know why. Like, I mean, my mom would do those little bread buns that my grandmother used to make,
Yeah,
and
chicken buns.
just the little small ones.
Yeah.
I had a couple of them once at one of the. I used to coach soccer, and we had a little Christmas party, and I brought some over. And when the night was done, everybody kept asking me like, "Does your mom want to start a business? We'll buy some." Like, they were just amazed by how good it was. It um, I don't know, just something about her buns that
It
she's
makes it.
gonna make some this year for sure.
Ask her.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna bring
she.
back memories, even though we're like so far apart for the holidays. I think the food will bring back the old memories.
Well, for us here in New Brunswick, it's not so bad. We're allowed to be as long as we have a steady 20 contacts. So we are a family of seven. My brother's that has a family of five, so that's 12 plus my parents. That's going to be 14, and we're going to go on to parents-in-law, so that's 16. We're totally legal, and yeah, my mom's probably cooking her buns now if it's not already done. I know she was working today and the next few days, so she's gonna come home tomorrow around 6:30, and it's gonna be a little family get together, I guess.
Lucky, we're not even allowed 10.
I thought you were.
No, it changed. I think yesterday they told us that we were allowed to be 10,
Okay.
two bubbles. But today, they're telling us that we're super close to 10,000 cases.
Oof.
And they're suggesting that we keep it to one bubble and to invite maybe like one person that is lonely for Christmas to limitate the propagation.
Yeah,
That
that
if we
sucks.
meet two bubbles, 10 people, to be ultra careful the following days.
Yeah.
But I have a funny feeling we're gonna get hit with another confinement.
Rules are meant to be broken. I just want to be careful what I say because I work in a hospital and I see things that most people don't. I agree with you. Rules are meant to be broken. I
It
don't
depends to
think
what extent. What extent?
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, here they told us that starting on the 27th, I think, we're down to 10, steady 10 contacts. So when I heard that, I'm like, okay, well, that kind of sucks for us because I mean, we're a family of seven.
Yeah.
And then they told me, yeah, but your own household doesn't count. I know it doesn't count for me, but it counts for my parents. If they see us, they can't see my brother because we're seven plus five. That's 12.
Yeah.
So I think that to some extent, regardless of what happens, regardless of your beliefs about the whole situation, um, you still got to be careful. That's it. Back in the days, there was influenza, there were stomach flus and stuff like that. It's just a matter of if you feel sick, if you don't feel good, I guess you should stay home. That's it. It's not fun, but I mean, it happened 3 years ago. I think my parents got the influenza, and my
What is
brother was sick.
influenza?
It's real cold. It's
Okay, okay.
the real flu.
Okay.
Um, They had muscle pain. It lasted for 2 weeks. They were barely able to function. It was, um, like I said, muscle pain. They had fever. They were, puking and everything. It was just awful. So I can imagine someone like an older person would struggle with the influenza. I mean, people die every year from the influenza.
Yeah.
So Darren is there. Welcome, Darren.
Hey guys,
Hey,
how's it
How are you?
going?
Thanks for
good you?
coming.
Hope all is well.
Yeah.
Hope you're
Not so
doing
bad, I
amazing.
guess. Uh,
Hope you're doing amazing.
We
Yeah.
are.
Awesome.
well, I'm on vacation, so you can see the smile on my face. I
That's
started
always
drinking
good.
beer already,
Beautiful. Gotta like that.
and I got a free hat with my.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it all day tomorrow.
That is great.
Yeah. So we were just talking. Oh, Hickory Croft is
Hey.
there. If you guys want to join, just let me know. I'll
Nice.
send the link.
So how's the mead, Darren? Oh, in a nice
Really
mug
good.
too.
Really
Nice.
right on. I
Yeah.
don't know if you were listening to us. We were just talking about what we do usually on Christmas. What we remember doing back in the days, when we were younger. Because you guys are still young, but I'm getting older.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm like
I may look young, but I'm not that young.
I'm like 26 up here, and the rest
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
body
that's it.
says like 85.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
So we'll have fun anyway. You guys can listen and laugh at Darren's joke. So yeah, we were just saying, Darren, how back in the days we used to have those traditions. So this is basically what I wanted to just have a little chat about today.
Yeah.
Those traditions that they didn't really get like lost along the way, but of course things have changed because of everything that's going on. But there's still some things that we can remember, right? I don't know how it was for you. Like, did you have anything special usually on Christmas, or was it more like handy on New Year's Eve? Or
We did basically everything through the holidays, like Christmas all the way to New Year's. We always put up the Christmas lights early. Winter was great too, because every year my dad would build a hockey rink in the backyard or
Nice.
front yard. So we were always skating, always outside. It was awesome. For the holidays for me, it was the energy that I remember. The energy, the lights, the getting together with family and friends, that sort of thing. It really gets me excited every year at Christmas, just remembering all that kind of stuff, presents under the tree and the atmosphere and just the whole vibe of everything.
yeah, do you still do some of those traditions with your kids?
Yes and no. So it's changed a bit for me,
Okay.
but I still like being able to provide the boys here with the same kind of memories and love and fun and energy that I felt as a kid. It usually we do New Year's Eve, so it was church New Year's Eve. We'd always go to church, and then we'd either go over to friend's house after that,
Yeah.
or they'd come over to our place, and we'd always play games and eat a whole bunch of food. And usually when we went over to the other place, other friends, we had basically kids we grew up with. It's our same age. So it was awesome that way. So, the parents would do their thing. They'd usually play cards. We'd play some other games and that sort of stuff. And then after they left, my parents always got us an ornament every year that we would hang on the tree. So basically, I don't know when they started it, whether I was like 5 or something like that, but every Christmas they would get us kids an ornament. So we'd open them up New Year's Eve and then hang them on the tree. And I remember the one in the one house we were at, we always got like a small tree, but it was always great. But in the other house we moved to, we had 2 floors and kind of a half circular staircase going up to the second floor, and it was all open going up to the skylight on the second floor. So my parents would always get like a 12-foot, 13-foot, 14-foot tree, and just getting in the house was a ton of work, but they put it up, and then we'd be able to go up onto the second floor and put the star on it, and it was a lot of fun. And we always had tons of presents under the Christmas tree, and it just made the atmosphere so much fun and so great. There's like a ton of memories.
Cool. I remember on the 24th, like I said earlier, it was more of a, get all the presents and Santa Claus would come, and but then on the 25th, it was more like, I guess, family time. Would have like a supper, turkey, and we'll play games and like, I don't know what you call it, draw something and try to guess what it is. And then, there was always one of the cousins that would have a game for Christmas, and then, try to play the next day. It was pretty fun, but I don't remember doing anything with friends. It was mostly just family, and then, family. People get older. Some cousins got married, they move away. There's always something happening. We lost a couple of people along the way, and it was going towards the change at the end, and I think that all the restrictions last year made it stop a little bit, or like prematurely, I guess. But it's still like, for me, tomorrow we're going to visit a farm, so the kids are pretty anxious about that, and then. After that, we're going to go at my parents later for supper and, open some presents there and spend some family time, I guess.
Nice.
I love the ornament idea. I was thinking of that, doing that with the kids when they all are 5 years old, because it gives them something that one day when they have their tree, they have part of their lives with every ornament.
Yep. It was awesome. I've got one that my parents got me, and it was a little soldier, about yay big, but his helmet was a thimble. So I remembered this one, and it was my favorite one. And the funny thing is now I've still got those ornaments with me. So the boys start pulling ornaments out, and they're like grabbing mine, and they're like, these are cool, this one's cool. And so it's really cool to see that now they're able to enjoy the stuff that I got, and it's just,
well, it brings back old memories.
well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I think that's like the whole point of Christmas, to make memories, really. We know the religion behind it. I'm not really a religious guy, but I believe in, like in respect and family and all those values that religions bring. So I guess this is what I'm trying to build my life around. And same goes for Christmas. I mean, it's especially my youngest son. Like, I say that every time I talk about Christmas, his eyes light up when he sees a Christmas tree. It's, like, I just talk about it, and it gives me something inside. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, he was just like 3-4 years old. Would ask him what he wanted for Christmas, and he'd say, "Well, I want a Christmas tree." No, but I need a present. He wanted a Christmas tree. He wanted us to wrap him a Christmas tree.
He understands the concept of Christmas. It's not the gift.
Yeah.
It's the moments.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I'm proud about my kids about. Like, it's, you ask them what Christmas is all about. They won't say the presents. They won't say Santa Claus. I mean, of course, they're kids. We all remember being kids. They love having presents. They've been talking about the presents since this morning. They want to open them up tomorrow night. We said we'll wait until the 25th in the morning. But you ask them what Christmas is all about, and they'll say family. They want to spend time with the
That's
family.
precious, because most of the kids today will say gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they talk about those iPads, those iPhones, or I this, I that, and
Exactly.
those things, those little cars that has like electrical devices that they can control. It's all about that for most kids.
Yeah, everything electronic, really.
Yeah.
So whenever they can have something for Christmas that makes them go outside, it's all good.
Yep.
So me and you makers, welcome. You guys want to join us? Come chat on camera here with us.
I did forget to say, when I was younger, 20 years ago, I should say, back when I was in college, I do remember those years because I celebrated a lot Christmas and New Year's, with mead, wine, beer, friends, movies. Those years were like a little bit different. We partied with the family, and then we would go at midnight, join the other kids at the clubs and stuff. When the clubs were open and the bars were open and everything was open, I would go out till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then we would do it all over again till school started.
Yeah, back then we could do it. We could handle it.
Yeah, well, I was driving. I was the DD all the time. So
Okay.
I was not the one
for you.
Yeah, it was easier for me. I was not puking all the time.
Well, it depends. Sometimes you have a few drinks and you feel like superpower there. You can party all night.
Oh, well, it was not my car. It was my mom's van. It was like I had a 7-passenger safari van. People would call me, "Hey, Annie, you have a 7-passenger van. Let's go clubbing." So
Yeah.
I was the DD all the time. One beer for me, that was it.
Yeah, those were the days. I don't think I could do it anymore. Like I was, even this year, like I kept thinking until tonight, I really had in mind that I wasn't even going to drink on Christmas. And then I started remembering that if I go to my parents' place, my dad's going to give me beer anyway, and I'm going to end up drinking beer. So might as well just go and buy some. And that's what I did.
Or you can do like Darren and create your own alcohol.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
It causes problems sometimes, but
And I totally agree with, I don't know if it's Chris or Steph that's online or both at Hickory Croft Farm. I think that we should, I mean, it's a good idea at least to try to remove all the commercial aspect of Christmas, because I was at the mall today. I just wanted to go buy a salad for our supper. And I mean, we're in a small area. There's about 25 people in the whole county. So right here in like Hamilton area, there's probably like maybe 10,000 people. So you remove the kids, you remove the elderly, you remove the people that are working. I was there around 4:30. There was this big lineup for about at least 2 hours worth of waiting just to pay. I just put the salad there and I laughed. I mean, it's crazy. People go crazy over Christmas. And I mean, I can't really talk about them because I'm the same. I think that it's something that we keep saying that every year, that we want to try to get away from all the presents and focus more on the small things, but we get carried away. That's a problem, I guess. We always get carried away.
We started doing that the last few years. If you're getting a present from us, it's going to be something we made, or some honey, or veggies, or meat, or something like that. It's going to be something that it's not going to be something we bought.
As a mother now, I think what I would want to give my children is their grandmother's recipes, for them to carry on the traditions of food, because like food brings people together around a table. And if I could have or put my hand on my grandmother's book, it would be amazing, and passing it on through the years. I know some ingredients change and things are not available like from year to year, but we're able to adapt the recipes and make it our own. I feel that's like much more of a rich gift to give on to the next generation than just a PS. I don't know. I saw someone say PS5, I think. Yeah. I was still in my head that we were at PS2. So now I find out that there's a PS5.
Well, I think also it always depends. Like, I don't think I'd buy a PlayStation for one of my kids now because they would always be on it. I have a PS4. I'm gonna last it for as long as I can. I have a couple of games I barely play. I mostly use it, like YouTube, and I'll watch some movies on Netflix or whatever. But even now with smart TVs, you don't even need a PlayStation. So, if it breaks down, I doubt that I'm gonna buy one again. I say that, but then I'll have money in my pocket and it's gonna burn my pocket, and I'm gonna buy something. But at least I have the right idea.
I remember when I started my homesteading journey and I cut all my expense and I told people I don't have cable. They thought I was crazy. I have no VCR, no DVD player. The only thing I had at the time was, I think I only had Netflix when I moved here. That was it. Internet, Netflix, and, well, obviously YouTube. That was it. Now that people are talking about PS this, PS that, and all those different things, I'm like, what the hell is that?
Well,
It's
that's one of the problems now. Everything is so focused on not. I'm not thinking like showing that you're better than other people, but it's at the point where if your kids don't wear fancy clothes or brand stuff, like, they almost get bullied. I say almost; they probably get bullied. I was lucky enough for a couple of years. Well, for the last 10 years, my mother-in-law lived in Alberta, and she's a shopaholic basically. And whenever one of the stores would close, they would call her home saying, "Hey, we have some big deals. You should come and check it out." And like on Boxing Day, Black Friday, she'd go and buy everything on special and send us big boxes of clothing. And the kids are always dressed with fancy clothes, but it's not because we buy it. It's because this is what they're getting from their grandmother, and we appreciate it, but it's not something that we would be able to afford.
well, deals and thrift stuff is better than buying it full price. If I
Yeah,
could afford those clothes, I don't even think I could buy them because, like, I spend my entire, I think, 6 to 9 months out of the year dirty in, like, the garden. I think it's a miracle if one day I only have one stain on the clothes that I'm wearing. So I don't think I would buy those big box store brand new. I would, like, say, oh my god, I stain my shirt all the time. So I rather have, like, those thrifty things or Black Friday deals that I don't pay that much. If I have a big hole in it, like, I don't mind because I didn't pay that much for it.
yeah,
It's better to have, like, more money in your pocket. And anyways, that's my idea.
agreed. So I'm kind of late on all the chat here. Sorry, people.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't say that. I believe in Santa.
Well, Santa exists.
It was
If
at
you
work
want,
today.
if you want to believe that Santa exists, just believe it, because there's so many people that believes other stuff that's so ridiculous. So if you want to believe in Santa, just do it. That's all I can say.
And that's all right if you want to join. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Look,
As long as we can hear you.
Angie and Mike, we're used to you guys blurry, so just come on up.
We're gonna have some fun. I think, Darren, you're going live in an hour and a half.
Yeah, gonna go at 8 o'clock. So yeah.
So we should be done by then.
Oh,
I usually don't talk that long, so
yeah.
we should be done.
It's funny. The last year, the year before, I was getting so excited for winter and that sort of stuff, and the boys love hockey and skating, so I wanted to do a rink out the back. So I started trying to make a rink, and it just snows so much here that it makes a mess when you're trying to do a rink. It melts the ice, and
Oh,
if
it
you
can
don't
be
shovel
messy.
it right away, you get this rough patch on the ice. So it was okay. We were out there skating for a number of nights, but we have 2 outdoor rinks that are, I want to say, a 5-minute drive away from us in either direction. So, you know, I go through all this work standing out there till midnight, watering like my dad used to do. And all we could do is just throw the kids in the truck with their skates and go down to the next town. So, no more rinks this year. It was fun and it was a great memory and I loved it, but too much work.
It is a lot of work. I did
Yeah.
it the first winter I was here. The second winter I was here, it was like every single day we had to manage it, remove the snow, add some water. And when it melted in the spring, I had like 4 inches of water in my coop, in my chicken coop. Yeah, that was fun. I decided no more ice rink in my backyard.
No.
And
What it did give me a lot more appreciation for what my dad went through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Do all that kind of stuff for us as kids.
Well,
For sure.
if you do it, what I've read after, you need to put those sideboards. It makes it easier. We didn't put the sideboards, and it was a lot to manage, and it was
Okay.
like not level. Do you do it with the sideboards?
I started adding them afterwards, which made it harder
Okay.
because the site where I tried to do it was not level at all. It had one corner that dipped, and I didn't realize it till I was filling up the water, and it just didn't work as well.
Mm.
So
Might as well leave it to professionals.
yeah.
It's hard to keep going. Like I remember, like you, just like you. I mean, when I was a kid, I never had a chance to play on a real team. But whenever we go out and play until it was dark, those are the good memories I have. I mean, some of the players played in junior hockey league, and I was playing there against them. Where I played maybe twice a week for like 3 years, and they've played like 7 times a week for the last 20 years. I was trying to compete with them, but it was so much fun, and I'm sure they took it easy on us. But those are the days for sure. Like,
Yeah, well, when we had no responsibilities, nothing to take care of other than ourselves. Yeah, that was those were the days.
Yeah.
All you had to do was get up, get dressed, do your thing, go to bed, your
Oh,
chores.
exactly. Come home when the street lights come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you guys probably had a bit more freedom than I did because I'm a girl.
We are
Hi.
in the show.
Hi, Mike.
Hello.
And
Hey
Angie.
guys.
How are you?
Hello.
Hey, are you guys outside in the barn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Enjoying a little bit of fire.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
Who
Got
is
all the
Mike and Angie?
insulation.
I've never met them.
Me and you acres.
Oh,
Me New
Or
Acres.
mine,
Okay.
you acres.
Okay.
I don't know how
Hi.
you guys pronounce it.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's me and you, Acres.
Yep.
Cool. So, what are you guys up for Christmas?
Building the first 2 courses of our house.
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna visit family on Saturday. But other than that, nothing really.
Yeah. Just hanging
It's
out.
building
Yep,
construction
all our
time.
kids are grown. So
Yeah.
like our baby, she's how old is Autumn now? 20.
23.
Yeah, 20. Yeah,
Oh.
turned 22. 23. So
Big kids. Big kids.
yes.
Ah,
That makes
Are
you
we
guys look
blurry?
older than
a little
not
bit.
bad. Nah, not
A
so
little
bad.
bit? Okay.
Nothing more than
Okay.
normal.
So you guys get to sleep.
Yes.
Lucky you. Mine are still super small and I don't sleep.
No. How old?
My youngest will be 5. My oldest is 9, and I have 3. So 5,
wow.
7, 9. Yep.
Those are good ages.
Oh yeah, different characters and chaos. I have my oldest is my daughter. She's chaos number 1. It's like my diva. And my youngest is Dennis the Menace. He loves to piss off everyone. So he's a troublemaker for sure.
Yeah, those
My
are
2
babies.
grandsons are that age. It's great because then I can just give them back.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I know. We're having our grandbabies at the end of the year. We're
Oh,
gonna
wow.
babysit over New Year's. So we have our oldest grandson is 4, and our youngest will be 2 in January. So
But the fun part is you get to give them back to their parents.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. They start acting up, and you're like,
Bye.
not my problem.
Well, you give him a
The
little
sugar-
bit of chocolate before. Give him some
Yeah,
sugar
an
before you send them
hour.
home.
Yeah,
An hour before they
is-
leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is
I'm
the real
laughing.
joy though with grandchildren. Yeah, you get to experience giving them back, and then you get those phone calls of all your little ones that are all like my son, who's like, I can't do this. How did you do this? And it's the
Those are
best,
the best calls.
the best revenge.
In your face.
Yeah. You think they're bad?
Yeah. My mom says it's payback for all the bad things I've done.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom used to say that how'd she put it? She's like, don't you worry, how you act, your kids are going to be twice or double fold or something. So
Oh gosh.
if that's the case, that's normal.
The ancient mother's curse.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I can't really complain though, because my kids are handling themselves way better than I was back in the days. We were 3
Yeah.
guys, and it was fight all the time, and it was with like hockey sticks and shovels and stuff like that. So I remember breaking a couple of hockey sticks on my brother's legs.
Ouch. That's rough.
I hope my kids don't do the same.
You were just telling
Hey,
a story. to
It's all
someone-
learning experience.
Yes.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
He didn't learn. He kept going.
This is like our first group
It is.
come
It's
on
the first
to
one
you.
we've
It's
been
our
into.
first like group stream. It's kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
I get baptized 2 times. It's my first live ever, and it's my first live with many people.
That's awesome.
I
Oh, yeah.
participated in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I was with Y Family Farm the other day, and she was live and doing the same thing. So I figured, why not? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's easier than just being up here talking like I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
what I'm
that's
talking
one of the
about.
things I was scared of if I would go live on my channel and have crickets.
Yeah.
No, well, it's
Hi.
fine.
Oh,
And
our
everyone
first
on the
live
chat
was
now.
so lit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
didn't hear
we
that.
used to make a list of things to talk about.
Yeah, we used to make lists for those like things to talk about, for those things that were like, okay, what do we say next? We have no idea. And we'd always be so afraid to go live, and now it's like a big hangout with everybody. It's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I can't
Well,
really
it
say
helps.
because when I go live, usually nobody comes. So
That's
by inviting you over, at least I know you guys are gonna be here and gonna have a little chat.
I don't know. I still
That's
like
awesome.
making lists because then I can cover off stuff that I want to talk
Yeah.
about. So it makes
Yeah,
sense.
Right.
if worst comes to worst.
Yeah.
And some people watch after. They can't catch us live. They're gonna come and watch a video later. So it's all good.
Especially if you're doing a
Yeah.
live on a specific topic,
True,
something
true.
you want to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merry
That's what I
Christmas,
think-
Harvey Black too. We have
Harvey
a lot of people
Black.
here. Gardner
Uh,
Josh. Hi,
I
welcome.
can't see.
I think we're 7. I'm not sure if it includes us.
I don't know. I have it on my phone here and still showing as 3 waiting. So I guess it's stuck there or something.
Let's see that.
Oh,
It shows.
okay.
Yeah, I went over to the chat. It shows 8 watching right now.
Yeah.
I always wondered, does it include the people that are on top or it's the people that are in the bottom?
Well, if you guys
don't know.
are in the chat, I'm guessing you're in there.
Okay, so it's 4 of us and 4 others
Four
of your
others.
viewers. Okay.
Well, I find that the numbers there don't really match what's usually live because. So okay, Gardner Josh shared your video. Right on. Thank you. Because sometimes I know that my girlfriend's watching, and I know that my daughter's watching, and it shows us one person online. So I don't know. I guess
Maybe it's because it's the same IP address.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
it could be
I don't know if that works that way.
Could be.
because
I
I
don't know.
see at least 4 different people right there. 5,
Mhm.
and it could be some people that are not talking online as well. So once again, if any on the chat now want to join and come chat with us, don't hesitate. I can. This is a link.
If you have it open, you can't just watch it.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Mike and Angie can talk about their family traditions around Christmas. They haven't said anything.
Oh my.
Well,
Honestly, the last time I
Uh-oh.
was home, we
I think
had
they're in
a-
the same kind of thought process as us. Is like the homemade, get away from
Yeah,
commercialization.
like I stopped celebrating Christmas like 4-5 years ago, but I still get together for like family functions and
Yeah.
things like that. So we go and we hang out a lot with family and just be together. So I didn't like a lot of what Christmas became.
Okay.
And there's other reasons as well, but I still like the feeling. I still like the time, and I still like the gathering. So that's basically it. The kids have all the heirloom passed down ornaments. I was listening to that earlier. So they still all celebrate, but they have all the ornaments and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool because it goes back to even when my mom was a child that she had, or they have some of the ornaments. So
Angie's a strict pagan, so she's very bitter that Christian stole Christmas from Yule.
Is that an inside joke?
No.
Yeah, right on. Free for all.
our neighbors are Adventists as well, so so they come over and we were talking about the Bible and stuff today, and I think my neighbor was talking to his kids about pagans and stuff, and I says he's talking about heathens. He means me, and we all had a good chuckle.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, everything got too.
but we're not humbuggy. We're
Oh,
not.
no.
We're not. Yeah.
It's just everybody gets so focused on the gifts and stuff. And I remember one year, my youngest, we couldn't afford much, and it was just a bad year. And she
You're
looked
gonna
at me.
make
She
her
was,
sound so horrible.
she said, "Well, she was young. She didn't know." But she looked at me. She goes, "Is that all we get this year?" And it broke my heart as a dad. But
It does. It does.
It does.
we all have those moments, those times in our lives, and so it was
Yep.
it was a deciding factor for me and it all needed to change,
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
And I'm sure the kids appreciate it now. Now that they're older, they probably appreciate everything you've done for them. Because I mean, not necessarily Christmas related, but I remember when I was younger, my dad used to work at the mill, and he was making a lot of money there. Let's just put it this way. I mean, he was making more back in the 90s or the 80s than what I'm doing now with a family of 7. And he lost his job, and I remember being so sad that we couldn't do any sports, and we couldn't not that we couldn't do any sports. We wanted to play hockey, and we couldn't afford it. But now that I look back, I mean, we always had food on the table. We always had a week of vacation every year. I don't even know how my dad did that with 3 kids, minimum salary back in the days. You probably must have done so many sacrifices that he's probably not even going to tell us. And, we used to play soccer. My mom would follow us everywhere, even if we went 3-4 hours away, hotel, restaurants, everything. It's crazy when you think about it. And I know my mom says that she watches sometimes, and if she does watch this, just let her know that I appreciate everything they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think too, I remember when our oldest daughter, I took her grocery shopping for her first time. So she went out and she bought some food, and she came back and was like, "Mom, I understand why you ration the snacks. I understand why you ration it." And so without saying, because you don't want your kids to know that you are struggling, but you also want them to have a respect for it. So the fact that there's gratitude later on is something that your mom would appreciate, or your dad. So
It's hard to hide it from the kids. When I stopped working
Yeah.
5 years ago and we only had one income coming in, I had a surprise baby number 3 that was not planned. And our house, the owner of the house we were renting told us we had to leave. And the 2 first Christmas that we had, no money was coming in. I had to ration everything. We had no idea how we were going to make Christmas work. We had to improvise. We bought used.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not ashamed of it. If one day my daughter or my son wants to talk about it, I'm going to be told, transparent with them. I made it happen. My husband says I work miracles, but no, it's just a little bit of sacrifice now. But I didn't want them to have all those things, electronic things. I know they thrive, like they want it because their friends have it, but I keep telling them, do you really need it?
Exactly.
Do you want it because they have it? Or you want it because like you feel the need to play with it? Like I didn't have those things. I had a Sega Genesis when I was a little girl. I never played around with it. I was always outside. I didn't need it. It was there, but I didn't need it. So I'm trying to teach them that there's much more than buying things. There's like the values around the sacrifice, like behind the sacrifice. I even had 1 year, I don't know how to say it in English. Around Christmas, they give you food baskets for families that are in need. 2 years back to back, I had those food baskets, and they included gifts for the kids. Because they knew that we couldn't afford those big gifts, and they didn't they wanted the kids not to feel different when they went to school, and talk about the gifts that that didn't receive. So they included the gifts. So I do find that fun, but they didn't have those massive big gifts. So they understand now more. I know they're still young, but I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that they understand that there's much more to the Christmas and other. Yeah. I hope so. They're still young, so it might work.
As they get older, they understand it more too. Like, my kids, was it 2, maybe 3 years ago? Like the last time we were able to see each other for Christmas. We had just bought the house, or we're buying the house, so we're saving up for it. I actually took some time and made stuff for them instead of buying. And like one of the things I did for my one daughter was she wanted my truck. I'm like, there's no way you're getting my truck. So when I moved from Ontario to Quebec, I actually kept the license plates. So I mounted a license plate on a wood plaque. And then what did I do? I screwed one of the keys onto it, and I put some other stuff on it too around the license plate. And I'm like, here, you're not getting the truck, but here's this license plate you can hang on the wall that has these decorations.
You'll get the memories.
Yeah. And then my other daughter, my oldest, with my 2 grandsons, I made her one of those height charts. So I took an old barn board, whitewashed it, and put in some big old nails at, I think it was like 2, 3, 4, 5 feet, and then mark the kids' heights on it. And so it's stuff like that, you know, the emotion that I saw from them when they got those presents compared to other presents that I gave them was huge.
Oh, we lost someone.
Yeah.
Mallory, that must be so beautiful. Your kids, when they're going to get older, it's such a wonderful gift. I know it's probably very labor intensive, but it's a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
Hi, Bridget.
Hi, Bridget. You can join too if you want.
That would. The 2 of you are in the house right now?
Yeah.
I'll post the link again if someone decides they want to join.
Can you hear my kids scream?
Just a little bit, but it's not annoying at all.
Okay.
I'm used to listening to kids scream.
Because it's close to 7:00, so it might be chaos hour soon.
And Haney, you were talking about, you know, how you would go and get those free boxes. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm not ashamed. I needed it. I couldn't even put food on the table, so I knew I needed it.
I can't say that I've ever used those helps, but I remember at one point where, you know, let's just say that Christmas was a little bit tighter than usual, And I had some people coming over for supper, and I had no idea how I was going to pay for supper. And I went at the local grocery store, and when I was just about to pay, the owner came behind me. He says, "You have 5 kids. I know you probably can't afford a big meal, so this is my gift to you." And he gave me a big box. There was a turkey, carrots, potatoes, turnips.
That's a
Um,
wonderful gift.
there was those Christmas cake there. Uh, like I was just like, I didn't think I needed it, but then I got it and I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna be able to make my supper and I'm not gonna struggle to make my supper. And those little thoughts are the kind of things that I'm trying to do now. We know some people in need, and I mean, I didn't get much from my garden this year. I mean, not that I didn't get much, but with 5 kids, a big bag of carrots is gonna last like just
A
one
week?
meal and it's
A
gone.
week?
Like I
Probably
had
a
maybe
week.
50 pound of carrots and it's already gone. We got none left. And I mean, it was just the start of winter. So it's not something that I can really give away, but I had some meat. I had some chickens. I try to give a little bit of what I have whenever I can. I'll invite people over for supper. Like it's more. I try to teach the kids that Christmas is more about giving than receiving, and I guess I've always been a little bit like that because I remember when I was younger, I didn't have any money, but I was. Um, my kids are the same way. I'll try to make a card. I'll make a little uh, picture frame or something like that to give my parents or give my friends or whatever. And I see my kids doing the same thing now, and I know some of it is because of the schools. Schools make the kids do some fancy stuff, and like let's make some little decorations for your parents and stuff like that. But those are the presents that will
Quoi?
we'll remember forever. We'll keep forever.
Oui, je parle avec ces gens-là. Allez, allez,
Hello.
allez, allez, allez. That's my daughter, Emilia.
I was gonna say, aren't those the presents that go up on the fridge for a year and then go in the garbage? They disappear miraculously.
Maybe no, but I
Vas-y,
have
vas-y,
some
bon, s'il te
here.
plaît.
I have one right here from Father's Day 2020.
Nice.
I'll keep it. See, 2020. I try to keep as much as I can. I mean, of course, they do a lot of drawings and
They do, they do. Oh my god,
can't
they
keep
do.
them all.
I can't keep them
Sorry,
all.
Mike and Angie. There.
Oh, there we are.
I don't know if
Sorry.
you were waiting for a long time. I didn't see you there. Sorry.
Oh no. We had our internet plugged into a power box instead of the outlet, and
Okay.
it died.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
I was thinking your minutes were up. You were on your way to the library to get back on the live.
I uploaded tonight's video from the library.
While she was
Nice.
gone, I turned the generator, had it just plugged in, and I was sitting out here and quiet and enjoying the fire.
Yeah, it is nice.
I love that you guys have that area now. It's like a front porch, eh?
Oh,
Is-
it's for a living
Darren?
space.
Darren, did you go visit them on the video that you filmed a couple of homestead? Is it one
Yeah.
of them? The
Yeah.
one that were sitting outside and they
Yeah.
had only a camper?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Now I make 1 + 1. Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we built the barn, and now the camper's inside the barn. And I've just finished insulating the barn. And we're
It's probably
heating with wood.
warmer now.
So you guys are in
Yeah.
Ontario.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're practically neighbors.
Where are
I'm
you?
15 minutes away from the border of Ontario.
Whereabouts? Like
It's a
what
small
would
town.
be your border town?
Not Rigaud. Wait, on the other side, it's Saint-Justine-de-Newton.
Don't know.
Don't know. Well, on my street, I keep going straight. 15 minutes. I'm in the Ontario border. Let me try to see if I can find it on the map. I don't want to
Don't
give
feel
out
too
my town's name because it's really small.
Right. Yeah.
It's so
I've
funny
lived
though,
in
driving up
Ontario
the
for-
border of Ontario and Quebec, you never know what they speak, whether it's Quebecois or English. Like you'll hit a town on either side of the river and you roll the dice on whether they speak French or English. It's
Do you know?
hilarious.
Do you know Rivière Baudette? That's the first
No.
town when you walk in from the Ontario border. Guys,
Are you
something.
more north or? I'm just trying to think of direction.
You know where
Do you know
Vaudreuil? Do you know where Vaudreuil is?
Merry Christmas!
Hi.
Hello.
So you kick Darren
Oh,
out?
hello.
I'm just coming to say hi to everybody.
I love your ears.
Thank you.
Is that the one that were on your dog earlier?
Yes, Odin the Christmas dog.
You're so cute.
I was gonna
How you
say
doing,
though, don't
guys?
feel too bad that we don't know where you are. I've been in Ontario for 13 years now, and I still can't figure out where anything is.
Okay, when you come in Quebec, what route do you take? The 401 and then the 20?
No, we'd go if we were to go. We would probably go through Renfrew, Pembroke.
That's the 417.
Is it? Yeah.
So you come in from the northern part of Quebec. So that's Pointe Fortune, and then there's Carillon and stuff like that. That's about 25
Okay.
minutes away from my house.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
So we're about an hour and a half from Pembroke.
Okay, so you're still close, but not that close.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Darren
yeah.
would know. Darren would know how far apart you guys are. He'd visit you both.
No, Darren
Oh,
was not able to pass by.
No.
Yeah, he was supposed to
No.
go.
He passed in front, probably close to my house, but he couldn't go. He couldn't pass by. This is
Okay.
the second time he went to Ontario.
And I'm at the other
Yes.
edge of the Quebec province.
Yeah.
Oh, Mallory
Um,
received the package today. Woohoo!
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm about 20 minutes from the
yeah,
Quebec
we got
border.
ours yesterday.
Yeah.
Bridget, can I see the ring?
Oh,
Oh, I don't know if it's. Wait. How can we show the
I didn't
ring?
know we were supposed to talk about it.
I don't know. I'm not
Well, it
sure.
was official.
Was it? Okay.
There's too much
There.
light.
does that work?
Oh yeah, it's
Too
too
bright.
much light. We can't see it. It's gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah,
I saw
it's-
like parts of it, but
It really looks like it's been like made in a stone. You know, it really rustic, kind of Vikingish and perfect.
That's what I said to
Congratulations.
Mike. I was like, it
Yeah.
suits them. It's so perfect.
And so on the top there's a little bit of gold, and it's like an infinity
an
symbol.
infinity ring.
Yeah, infinity symbol, and in the middle there's a blue sapphire.
Wow.
I'm not the diamond kind of girl, so
Did he make it? Did Darren make it?
no, he ordered it from Italy.
Wow.
I
Wow.
never saw it coming.
Oh, that's the best part. That's the best part.
Yeah. I was really surprised.
Yeah. No. What's his name at Hickory Croft Farm?
Chris.
Chris and Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm like really. I'm not close to the St. Lawrence. I'm maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes from the river part. It's hard to say because like it's only small villages. So if you don't know the names of the small villages, you don't know where I'm from.
Right.
Yeah, but Mallory, you're from the ocean part. I don't live next to the ocean, unfortunately. It's the river. You're next to Quebec City. I'm like 3 hours from Quebec City, maybe 3.5.
Yeah, I think so,
Okay.
I have no idea.
too. Yeah, we're
We'll have to get a map and then
Yes.
pin everybody.
Yes, well,
You
if
know?
I'm talking to you guys personally, I don't mind giving you my town name, but like on a live
Yeah.
stream,
Right.
I don't feel comfortable
Right.
saying my town
yeah,
name.
Okay.
no.
That's all right.
We kind of moved into a ghost town, so it's
it's not hard to find us if we gave the town name out.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I guess you can Google anything
I
nowadays.
think
huh?
we made population like 20 when we moved in.
Wow.
Wow. You're an off-grid. You're on an off-grid location.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be connecting to hydro for the time being, but just because it's cheaper for us right now. But we were off grid for like 3 years, but we're pretty remote. Like anything is an hour. Anything of significance is at least an hour away. So
Yeah.
Cool.
So that means you can't forget milk.
no.
That's all right. I'm lactose intolerant, so it works out.
Another one in the club.
Unless you have goat, then you don't need to bother about forgetting the milk.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We were milking the goats and it was really good tasting goat's milk. But then we moved and we did everything quick. So we didn't get done or continue milking once we came to this property. So we're hoping Miss B is pregnant again. And we saw her get bred and we made sure she was bred a few times. And so hopefully she'll have some spring babies.
How
you-
long is the pregnancy for a goat? Like how many days until?
I know
Isn't
with
it
the
less than
dwarfs, I
4
think
months?
It's about 4 months for the dwarf goats, and I think it's a couple weeks extra for regular size goats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shorter than cow.
Yeah.
Take care and Merry Christmas, Mallory.
Merry Christmas.
Night, Mallory.
Bye
Good
bye,
night.
Mallory.
Cool. That's fun. You guys are doing all the conversation. I just sit there and well, I could listen to you guys all night. I mean,
Enjoy the beer. Enjoy the beer.
that's what I'm doing. Free hat.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
free
how about
hat.
How about you,
Yeah.
Bridget? You didn't talk much about what your Christmas used to be like.
Oh, when I was young, Christmas were amazing because my mom, she had a big family, so there were 13 kids.
Ouch.
So I have a lot of cousins.
Nice.
So Christmas was always on my mom's side, and it was really traditional. So the house at my grandmother's house, where they all grew up, and all the uncles and aunts and cousins, everybody in the small house. I was those. I remember, the square Rice Krispie square.
Oh yeah,
with
those are delicious.
marshmallow, sucre à crème, all the
Nom,
typical
nom, nom.
stuff from Quebec, and everybody's smoking, and it's like a cloud on the ceiling of smoke because
Yep.
I remember
and it's like we were going inside the house. The first door on the right was the bedrooms. It was a huge mountain of coats, and then
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
when
I
you want
remember those
to
days.
leave, you have to find your.
Yeah.
I end up quite often on that mountain falling asleep when I was young.
I remember music with the we would sit on those piles of coats and the music playing and
Yeah.
the smoke. All my aunts and uncles used to smoke. That's true. Now practically no one smokes.
Yeah, and I have one of my uncle playing the accordion. So
That must have been fun.
Nice.
I don't know what it is in English. So
Me neither.
accordion. Oh, Darren says
Accordion.
accordion.
Accordion, say it faster.
Yeah, accordion.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
say it
remember
with an
having music
accent.
on my
That's
side.
fine.
Yeah.
on my dad's side, it was really small because he just had one sister and she had no kids, so we would visit my grandparents on that side. And my grandfather was a great cook. He used to be a cook for the lumberjack camp, wood
Wow.
and stuff. So we always had a roast beef, but it was from moose with moose roast, whatever,
Nice.
with mashed potato, gravy, and
I'm hungry now.
sweet
Those are the
sweet
best.
veggies. I remember his sweet veggies that was so yummy. It's like carrot and onion, like slightly cooked in a lot of butter, and then he had sugar through that, and
You hear the kids.
was so yummy.
Nice.
The traditional Quebecer meal. Did you have tourtière?
On my mom's side, yes, tourtière. Yeah.
The tourtière de Lac Saint-Jean or the regular one?
Um.
The one with the
On-
potatoes or without?
Now they kind of in my area, they kind of mash the potatoes in it. I prefer the one from like Saguenay Lac Saint Jean with the big chunk.
The big chunks, yeah.
Yeah. I did taste it one something that was called le cipote.
Yes.
I've heard about that.
I tasted
Tried
it. I
that
made
once.
it. I made
Yes.
it last year. I made it with moose meat, veal, and
So it's
pork.
like a meat pie, but
Yeah.
with different many
Layers.
layers of
Yeah.
different kind of wild
Yeah.
meat.
If you don't understand what tourtière is, it's a meat pie.
Yeah.
Just to
Yep.
give you perspective.
okay.
That one that looks like
Like Vincent
I've made
Pie.
it before. It looks just almost like it's meat and gravy.
No, some people do
ground-
put gravy,
Ground
but
beef and potatoes.
Yeah.
you can do it with pork. You can do it with wild meat. You can do it with practically any meat you want.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Hello, Sean.
We have
Sean?
someone from Alaska.
Sean in Alaska.
Let's
Yeah.
visit
Hi.
him.
Are you really from Alaska?
Probably curled up in a blanket right now watching us.
Yeah.
That's an inside joke. Every time we talk with Sean, whether with us on his live or his on our live, we always joke about blankets because we froze in our trailer one night and
Yeah.
everything was frozen. And he said, you know, it's not like you don't know somebody who lives in a trailer in Alaska.
You want to come back?
And so he goes,
That
"You
must
could
be
have asked for
cold."
some water." Yes.
That must be
And
cold. That
so
must be
he had-
cold.
Oh, I don't know how he does it, I tell you. But he has blankets wrapped all the way around his trailer. And so
Layers.
there's a back and forth. Yeah,
Yep.
there's a back and
He
forth
layered it.
between Mike and Sean and me, sort of, about all the
Probably
blankets.
like 10,
It's all
15 layers.
Yeah.
Because it's cold there. It's there's only like 5 or 6 hours of sunlight at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's-
yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
cabin dweller.
Cabin dweller.
A lot
I
of new
think
people. It's fun.
now on the 21st it was 5 hours and 15 minutes, depending where you were in Alaska. So that's cold.
Wow.
Mhm.
So there's only like 5 hours of sunlight, so they barely reach the
Yeah.
sun going up, and it's like a little bit warmer, and then goes like cold. So like a little bit of hope, and then poof, cold again. Oh man, it must be cold. And they
That's
have
too bad.
snow. They have loads of snow.
Yes.
Hello from Ontario. Hi, Bucket List Homestead. A lot of nice people. It's
So-
fun.
Somebody else from Ontario.
Hi.
That's another thing is he was outside in one of his videos and a couple of his videos.
Oh, he mentioned it there.
yeah. And he was wearing his kilt while he was cutting wood. And
Holy
I'm like,
shit! That must be cold.
Yeah,
I have a
he's
mental
pretty fun.
picture of him doing the wood outside with the kilt.
I like men in
Yeah.
kilt.
Hey guys, keep going. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Just need to
I
go
want
fix that.
Darren to wear his family kilt for the wedding.
He's Irish?
Yes.
No,
he-
Scottish.
Scottish? He's Scottish? Woo! That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We don't have any traditional clothing in Quebec, really, besides la ceinture fléchée. I'm not gonna wear that for my wedding.
Are you guys planning a wedding for next year?
We haven't talked about it yet, about like the date and stuff, but we know we want to do it in the fall.
It's gorgeous in the fall. I got
Yeah.
married in the fall.
So I don't know if we'll be ready for this like 2022 fall.
Well, at
So-
least if you're planning on making a big event,
No,
Uh,
it's gonna be small.
small,
Mhm.
I planned like a medium event. I planned it all on myself, and I did it in 9 months, and it was cutting it short.
Sorry, say that again.
I planned a medium. Like I had someone helping me plan, but I planned like probably 80% of my wedding.
Okay.
In 9 months, it took me 9 months to plan it.
Mm-hmm.
The back and forth, the
You know what?
invitations.
Yeah.
sorry?
I was gonna say, you know how we got married because Mike's from Michigan.
No
And-
more details. You
No
guys
more
are gonna have to
details.
come to our live to find out the rest of the details.
It's
Oh.
okay. It's okay. No, no
That's
worries.
true. I can't stop talking
Mike-
about it. I'm so excited.
So Mike
He's
was
right.
from
Oh, yeah.
Michigan and I was from Ontario, and so we had met and I still lived here and he lived there. And I went to go over and visit him. It was for Christmas one year, and we didn't want to go back, me and the kids, because I have 2 and he has 2. And we didn't want to go back, and he didn't want us to go back. And so we called everybody up and said, hey, what are you doing on Saturday? And that's how we got married. And his dad married us.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
it doesn't matter how you get married. It's basically the
about the
marriage is
wedding
for
or
you too.
marriage,
It's for
yeah.
you too.
Yeah.
Right? It's not about the. I always wanted like a backyard kind of. What was that movie we were watching the other night? I always wanted with Sean Connery. Robin Hood. I don't know if you've ever seen Robin Hood with
Yeah.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
My
I
favorite
actually-
scene. I love that one.
Hi,
Oh,
Sean.
Sean is
Hi,
there.
Sean.
Hey guys, how are you?
Not bad.
I had a medieval wedding. Everyone was dressed as a medieval
Oh, nice.
wedding. I didn't
That
want a
is
traditional.
cool.
I didn't want anything traditional. Like when I met my husband 12 years ago, we felt like we were like old souls and like romantic era.
Yeah.
And we always said, let's do something crazy that no one
Sorry.
would actually do the same. So he dressed up as the character in Rapunzel. You know, the guy in Rapunzel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was his, and I took a white dress because my mom really desperately wanted me to have a white dress, but it had a corset, and I had I added accessories to be medieval, and we rented a hall. I had pumpkins, squash, sunflowers. It was typical of like those area of medieval weddings, and the hall I had the chevalier. How do you say that in English?
Night.
Knights. I
Right.
had my aunt had knights in her basement. People were bringing me decorations, and we just kept it really, really simple. And okay, yes, all my family was there, but it was just for us. We wanted to do this big party, but we wanted it to be different.
Nice.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
This year we wanted to celebrate our wedding as a banquet because it was our 10th anniversary, but we were
Yeah.
not allowed.
Yeah.
I had like this big dream in my backyard with my raised bed gardens and all the flowers and in the greenhouse, having like the banquet in the backyard.
That's
Didn't
what secret wedding is for.
Yes.
I'm from New Brunswick, bucket list homestead. He's probably from down south, right? Because up north, there's nothing up north.
Military. Wow, snail mail. That must have been interesting.
We'll do a homestead wedding.
Oh, there he is.
Note to self: do not put your cell phone
Mr.
down in the snow.
In the
That's
snow?
what happened.
In the snow.
What'd you do?
All right, guys. Darren's
Oh,
gonna come
wow.
back, and I'll see you later if you come to our live too.
Is that
So-
ice?
I will.
I said,
Hi, Bridget.
Bye,
Thanks
Bridget.
for
See you.
stopping in.
See you later.
Bye. Take care.
Yeah, see you in
Bye.
a few minutes. So no matter what,
What's
we'll
the
be done in
weather like
45
there,
minutes for.
"Oh, it's nice today. It's like I think it's like 22 degrees Fahrenheit. So what about maybe 6 below 0 Celsius?"
It's not that bad.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's
Same,
not bad
close
at
to
all.
here.
It's warmer in Alaska than it is here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nine,
it's just
negative
beautiful
9
today.
Celsius right now.
Yeah, we're
Wow.
minus
Yeah, right
15
now
right now here.
No.
Yeah, but us,
Oh,
it's
so
the
I don't-
windshield
Yeah, we're
that's a
negative
kicker.
Yeah. It was a
Yeah,
cold one
all the-
today.
It's cold. It's getting
all the
colder.
snow's starting to melt on everything right now, so it's kind of beautiful.
What time is it in Alaska?
3:14 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, you guys want to be famous?
Hi.
Oh, my daughter's gonna be happy to see that.
Oh, she's adorable. Well, they even talk too.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they've been to. So that my coop is. Yeah, I'm totally off grid, so I have no way to heat the coop. So that the chickens have been at 30 degrees below zero in that unheated coop and had no problem at all so far this year.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah.
they don't have the gust on them or any wind, really, they should be fine. Like I have them in my garage and I got no door, so the wind goes straight in. I just put something to cut the wind, and they're fine.
Yeah, they've got they can go in and out of the coop anytime they want, but it's the hole is so small that it keeps the wind from going in there. So they're pretty well set up.
Is it insulated or no?
No insulation.
No? Okay,
No.
nice.
Yeah, it's just board and batten, and then I put a steel roof on the top and left the bottom and the top open so that they've got a good source of ventilation.
Nice, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you go with?
Ours is insulated, but not heated at all. We've got one light that one window that faces south, and a couple other windows, but no need to heat.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
I only
insulate
heat
our-
mine. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna
No,
say
go
when
ahead.
we were over on the other property, we didn't insulate, but we did put greenhouse plastic all around their run, and that made it 10 degrees warmer inside.
Oh,
I
nice.
do that as also like my exterior coop. I have like a chamber for them to go outside so that they don't stay cooped up inside. And we insulated 3 walls of our shed to make sure that the high winds that we get here, because I have like cornfields all around my city, so when the wind comes, it blows a lot. So I want to make sure that they're combs. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
That's combs. Because the first year they had a lot of frostbite, so we isolated most of the walls to make sure that they don't get damaged. And when it gets to minus 31, like over minus 25 Celsius, we do like a little fire in the shed to make sure that they don't have frostbites on their legs.
Yeah.
But it's
We've got friends of ours down the street. Well, not down the street, but a little bit down the street. They actually keep their chickens and rabbits together in a high tunnel.
Okay.
So the snow goes up like 4 feet to help insulate. And then they have the light coming in, and then they do a deep litter bedding. But they've got rabbits and chickens in there, and it keeps it pretty warm.
Yeah, I did that one year, but there was a lot to pick up in the spring.
Fertilizer.
I had like at that year I had my 9 hens and my 9 ducks, and ducks love to make mess with water, so I had like the bed was like super like wet and and it was like a heck of a trouble to remove everything. It was good fertilizer, I'm not complaining, but it was a heck of a job to remove everything out of there. So I didn't do that the following year. But it is an excellent. If you don't have ducks, I love that concept for the winter, because you can let them run around. They continued laying. I didn't have to put extra light. They were super comfortable. I had like I think maybe 2 to 3 eggs per hen per week. And the ducks the same thing. And we put the rabbit hutch also in the like it was like a temple structure. It was a fantastic experience for them, but it was a heck of a job to clean it out in the spring.
Because people don't really know that, but they're pretty tolerant to cold. I mean, chickens, they're same as grouse and those kind of birds, so they can.
Well, it depends of the breed. There are breeds that are more delicate.
Yeah, for me, I've never had chickens before, so I'd always wanted them, and I said, well, I'm going to get them, and I got local chickens, and it turns out that the breed that I got, those are Rhode Island Reds, are pretty hardy birds. I mean,
yes, they are.
Yeah, and ever since I raised them from chicks on my kitchen table here, again, everybody, you got to keep them at 90 degrees. They were lucky if they ever got to 75. I mean, I live in a trailer again without a way to put a heat lamp on them. But I've raised them since chicks, and their first day that they were actually outside in a brooder box, I think the temperature that morning was like 35 degrees, and they were fine. They've had no problems at all.
Yeah.
Well, they're big birds.
Rhode Island Reds.
And they're dual-purpose bird as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They're big birds, and they're dual-purpose, so they're probably they can handle more than the little breeds.
Yeah.
Right. And
I got those in the Chanticleers. They're nice.
Yeah, I feed the birds 20% protein pellets. I wanted to keep the protein high just because I think they need the calories during the winter.
Mm.
Yeah,
I do the same when they lose their feathers. Depending what, like sometimes it's in October, sometimes in November or December. I up their protein so that they can actually get better faster and they can get back to laying.
Yeah. I was watching a video from Hickory Croft, and they make their own feed. So I have, and they germinate it and sprout it for the chickens. So
Yeah,
I
it's
picked up
father.
all of the stuff. Yeah, I picked up all of the ingredients, and I think it's actually going to work out cheaper than buying
It does.
just
It
regular
does.
food. Yeah.
Nice.
It
Yeah.
it
So
depends
we're
on
gonna-
it depends if you're going organic or regular, but there's always going to
Mm-hmm.
be a price point difference. You just need to give them extra calcium to make sure that their eggs are soft.
Firm.
They're not soft.
Strong enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hickorycroft's in here now, and every question I had on chickens, I asked them, and they were awesome. I'm all, hey, I
Yeah.
got another question. And they're all, oh yeah, just do this, just do that. And every bit of advice I got from them was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I would
pretty
only
good,
say
dude.
the down part of father is it's your time. You can't stop doing it. Or if you're fermenting your food, it has to be done like on a cycle and everything. So that's I would say the negative part of it. But if you
Yeah.
don't look at that side, it's definitely you're going to give a better quality food to your chickens. You can control what they're eating, and you can adapt what their need, because you can see if they're acting different, if they look tired, they're not laying, and you can adjust from there.
Yeah.
I do enough fermenting for myself. I don't need to do it for the animals now.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'll worry about fermenting my beer and my meat, and the
Yes,
chickens
yes,
can work
yes.
on their own fermentation.
Well, if you have the time to do it, go for it. I know I'm so overwhelmed with everything I have to do at home. I can't do that, so I end up just buying the feed. But if I did have the time, I would love to make it.
Yeah. I think the whole goal, like, I'm going to try it. I've never tried it before, but I think the goal too is to try to see what kind of grains we can give them. And eventually, when we're not building a house and trying to set up a homestead, grow our own stuff as much as we can for them.
Yeah.
Well,
And I
sunflowers
think
is something they enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah. We got sunflowers as part of the feed. And there's hard wheat, millet. I'm going to try growing millet this year. So that'll be kind of cool.
Isn't that a cereal?
You can
Can be.
there's a lot of things. Yeah, it can be, but you can also buy it for, like, if you have budgies or birds, you can get a mixed seed with a lot of millet in it, and they love millet. So but I'm going to try to grow it this year. And I have a neighbor that actually makes so much with millet, and it is so good. So, like, she makes a pineapple, it's not a cheesecake, it's like a jelly
crumble
cake.
Oh, jelly.
No, it's almost like a lemon meringue pie, but it's pineapple, I guess, meringue pie.
Okay.
And
Stop talking about food. I'm
You're
so
all
hungry.
over the place right
We've been
there.
on for an hour and a half and talking
I
about food the whole
am.
time.
That's what happens with my brain. But millet, the whole point of that was millet is really good, and I want to grow it. End of story. Okay, go.
Whatever you're making, just don't leave it in the oven too long.
Oh, listen here. I burnt for those, see, is it Annie? Is that what?
Yes, it's
how you say it?
Annie. Yeah,
Annie.
I'm French,
I
so
don't
it's
know.
Annie, but in English it's Annie.
Annie.
Yeah.
Okay. When Thor came, I burnt his lasagna unintentionally. Yeah, and we couldn't start a fire, and I'm gonna throw it all out there before he can jab at us.
Well, it happens to the best of us.
All right, we're the jack of many trades, and some of them are good, and some of them are.
I remember when I started my bread making adventure, because from scratch cooking is baking, like when you want to save money, like you do from scratch. And bread was like the only journey I did not want to do, because it's like it's an art. And I knew that I couldn't do sourdough because everyone here does not like the sourdough, the sourness of sourdough. So I knew I had to do like the normal yeast bread. And I remember all the first recipe I tried. Oh my God, it was disaster after disaster after disaster. It was ridiculous. I'm like, I'm supposed to save money, not waste flour.
Well, you get at a certain point where you need to learn. I mean, it's
Yes.
a learning process.
Yes, and
You
I was doing
invest a little
everything by
bit.
hand. Like I was kneading the bread by hand. I didn't have the machines.
Oof.
Oh my God, it was horrible. Like it was like hard rock stuff, burnt bread. instead of being soft, it was like a rock. You were like, instead of being like crusty bread, it was like, anyways, it was a heck of a journey.
Oh,
Yeah,
Now,
I found that for those moments, I have to go in embracing the fact that I'm going to mess everything up over
Yes,
and over
yes.
again.
yes,
And then
Once I
whatever
get
the
that
result
right-
is, it's awesome.
That's it.
yes.
And I go in and I realize, you know what? It's how bad can I mess this up? And so it comes out. I'm like, oh, well, I wasn't too
Yeah.
far off the mark. And so I
Yeah.
go back in and
Yeah, but at one point you get it right, because like I remember,
That's it.
I think 6-7 months ago, I started making pizza every Friday night, and like I wasn't really certain I was gonna be popular. And now every Friday night, my husband calls me from work like around 2-3 p.m. He's like, "Do I stop at the store to buy pepperoni? Are you making pizza Friday?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" So now I have to make. I'm victim of my success. I have to make pizza every single Friday night. So like I have to make a double batch of pizza dough, and I canned most of my my pizza sauce, and then I froze all the vegetables and stuff like that to put on the pizza. And I have to buy the cheese and the pepperoni, but like I'm victim of my success now, so I have to make pizza every Friday night.
well, it's all good. Merry Christmas, Chris and Steph.
Yeah, if you guys are still here, have a great Christmas, eh?
yes.
Yes.
Bye. Merry Christmas. We
Yeah,
lost Sean.
I got
Yeah,
the
guess-
boys on the sourdough here. Basically, we didn't do a grocery shopping, so there's no bread. And I made sourdough. And the boys love having toast in the morning. So it's like, here you go. There's what you get to eat. And they're like,
Well-
yeah, all right.
Well, maybe I haven't mastered the sourdough or given enough time to practice it. I know I've made like a couple. I have my starter. It's in my fridge. Maybe dead by now, but
It's surprising how long it'll last, actually.
yes,
Yeah.
I know. Like I probably have to take it out and make it for maybe maintain it for a week and then maybe start doing a bread. But every single bread I made, they didn't like the tanny taste. They told me like, "Mommy, mama, c'est quoi ce goût-là? Like, what's that thing? It tastes different. It doesn't taste like the store bought bread, because the sandwich bread is the only bread I buy, because I
Yeah.
haven't found a mushy sandwich type recipe yet." So when they tasted that, they're like, "Ew, it's disgusting." It's like, when they eat a broccoli for the first time. Same thing.
Yeah. I make a bunch of breads, but that bread is for toast in the morning. So any store-bought bread we buy is strictly for sandwiches. So
Yeah.
that's your lunch sandwich.
Well, homemade bread
If you're
is
gonna
so
have
good.
toast, you're gonna eat homemade.
Well, I'm gonna make a video soon about a flatbread recipe that you can do for sandwiches. I'm gonna try to do it and share it with you. It's like super easy. You mix everything together. You knead it, and you don't even need the oven. And you can do grilled cheese with it.
Nice.
It's really good.
Oh wow.
I love grilled cheese,
Cool.
and I eat it with ketchup here. No one
Grilled
here
cheese
eats it
with
with
ketchup?
Yeah, it must be like a Quebec thing.
I don't know. I don't put ketchup on it,
No,
but
no,
I
that's not a
usually
Quebec
eat it
thing.
with
I
French
do.
fries, and I'll have ketchup in my plate, and I'll put like
Ketchup and
tiny
grilled
bits
cheese.
on it.
Okay.
It's the only
Yes.
thing I eat ketchup with.
I've
Right?
seen people put mac and cheese and ketchup,
No.
but no, that's disgusting. But, I've never tried grilled cheese with ketchup. I would have to
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah.
Next time you
And-
make it with onions and
Yeah.
cheese, and then
And a slice
ketchup.
of
It's
ham.
so good.
I've tried with
yeah,
bacon.
tried that.
So now you're talking
Bacon
about
is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Nice.
Well,
a
everything is
ball
good
game
with
together.
bacon. That's not
Yes,
fair.
yes,
Yeah.
true.
That's like cheating.
I was
Yeah.
lucky enough to get a hold of a whole pork this year, and they gave
Okay.
I think it came with 15 pounds of bacon, and I'm trying like to restrain myself not to eat it all at the same time, because it's like really not the same thing as a store-bought one. It's like
No.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do pretty much anything with bacon. Like I used to do shepherd's pie with bacon.
Really?
Oh,
Put bacon on top after you're done with the steak, corn.
What
and
would be
potatoes.
the croton? What's croton in English? The traditional
Croutons?
meal.
croton.
No, the croton.
Yeah, like
it's
the
like a
spread.
meat spread. It's a meat
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah.
In my
It's the
family,
same.
like we put bacon in it, like bacon bits in the
Oh.
gratin. Oh, it's delicious. It's
Yeah.
really good. You
I
can't.
love that. As soon as I came to Quebec and started eating that, I was like, I want more. Give me more.
I think it's a
Give me more.
Quebecer meal.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
gratin is a spread. So what you do is you take pork meat, hamburger meat, pork, and you put it into either water or stock, and you cook it for hours until there's no more water or fat, and that becomes a meat spread. It's super
It
easy.
is so good.
You put it on your toast. You can put it with mustard.
Yeah. It's totally different from like a pate. Like I'm not a fan of pates.
No, it's
This
really
is
like a
like-
spread.
Yeah. This is it's like meat peanut butter.
Yes.
Cool. Or meat.
It's so yummy.
You don't have that in New Brunswick?
I've never had that before. First time I hear about it.
Okay, so I have
Oh,
to show you guys how to make croton.
Yeah.
It's
I've got friends at work that'll make it too, and they'll add some like deer and moose and stuff into
yes,
theirs
you can.
as
You
well.
can. You don't have to do it pork, but
No.
it's better. It's
Yeah.
better to add if you mix the meat. I've done it 2 parts pork, 1 part turkey. I've done it and to make it hold together, I added a slice of bread to make sure that it holds together, because like there's not enough fat in the turkey. So the more you go to leaner meat, the more you have to
Yeah.
either put bread or something else so that it sticks together. So that's why it's pork, because there's so much fat in the pork.
And it is so
Right.
good. It is like it's not like what's that Australian Vegemite where they're like the Aussies are like,
Vegemite.
yeah, Vegemite's so good. And like you're like,
I don't know what that
"Bleh."
is.
Like, no. This
I
stuff's
think
really good.
Wheels Creek is gonna send us some Vegemite. We're
Yeah.
each of us are making a package
Yeah.
to. I got to come up with some more Canadian treats though, so I'm excited but nervous to try Vegemite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Find some first blogger.
What is Vegemite? I've never heard of it.
It's fermented. What was it? Fermented something.
It's a
Wasn't it
vegetable or a meat?
Is it molasses?
I'm
I
sorry?
have no idea.
Was
Okay.
it?
It's something fermented.
Okay. And they're able to ship it to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can also get like Vegemite in some of the stores in Ontario.
Okay, because usually you're not supposed to
Okay.
ship food internationally.
Yeah.
It
Well, it's
won't
funny
pass
when
the
we
Depends
went
on
to-
what it is.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it depends. It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
If it's
Some of the
if it's
stuff is
commercialized,
packaged,
you'll be able to send it. But if it's homemade, I'm not sure if you'll be
Yeah.
able to ship it.
Oh,
It was
It's
funny
not
when we
homemade,
went
it's
to
commercialized, yeah.
Iceland. We took a couple big like
Brewer's yeast.
cans of maple syrup.
Yeah.
So we went through customs and we went up to the guy and we're like, yeah, we're bringing in. We've got like I think we had like 3 bottles of mead and 2 big cans of maple syrup. And they're like, yeah, whatever. Go ahead. Like, all right.
You got lucky.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't seem that they're very strict.
I guess for something
Veg-
like that, where it's like you can't plant it, you can't really contaminate anything with it.
True, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like sending seeds across the border. Or
Yeah,
something
or-
like that.
Well, it depends on the
animals or-
seed. United States cannot send tomatoes and pepper seeds. What's that?
I got those by mail from I don't remember her name, but she sent
Oh,
them to
Tarragon.
me.
I know
Yeah,
some companies
locust.
can't send tomatoes and peppers. You have to have a certain permit to be able to send nightshades through customs.
Huh.
I never understood that. And that's why some
Nightshade?
United States tomatoes and peppers, I don't know why. Nightshade, it's a family of vegetables. Peppers, tomatoes, eggplants, and I think there's another one.
Because
Yeah.
nightshade, I know, as the plant itself.
Mike's perfected Nightshade. He's got the costume and he's done the elixirs
I'm
and
sorry.
the potions and the poisons.
Okay, the botanical word nightshade is the family of tomatoes,
Yeah.
peppers, and eggplants.
Yeah, those are the plants where you can cut it and just plant without the roots, and the roots will grow from the stem.
Yeah, something like that. So some companies in the United States, like Botanical Interest, can't ship within Canada. they can ship within the US. But what's this called? Johnny Seeds will be able to ship to us, but we might have to pay certain amount of fees when we cross the borders for certain types of seeds.
There's another good seed company that I've used for years is M.I. Gardner, and all
I
his
love
seeds
him.
are
I love him.
Yeah,
Luke.
they're $2.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah.
When I started buying seeds for him, they were $1. They were 99 cents.
Me too. Yeah.
5 years ago. Yeah, 99
Yep.
cents. Well, $2 is still a deal.
And
I
he
was-
has,
It is, yeah.
he has a YouTube channel where he shows pretty much every seeds he has,
Yeah.
and he shows
Yeah.
what to do, like to the like.
I
Did you
love
guys
his
see
story.
Yeah, did you guys see the one where he germinated a tomato from 87
Yes.
years ago?
Yes.
I got
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that
the
was
seeds.
extinct.
You did?
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did.
I
That's
missed it.
cool.
You got lucky.
I missed
Yeah.
them. They were sold out as soon as I logged in. But did you guys know how his
Yeah.
story started? How he started
He was
M.I.
a
Gardner?
teenager when like a teenager
was-
in his basement, wasn't he?
He started doing that because of anxiety.
Oh yeah.
He was gardening
Oh,
to
really?
deal with his
Mhm.
anxiety problems. And
Nice.
it
That's
helped
awesome.
him get focused. And he said by reconnecting to gardening, that's how he found peace or something like that.
That's
Like his
cool.
stories started like that. And then he started with 6 seeds or under 10
Wow.
packets of seeds. That's how M.I. Gardner started in his mom's basement. It's
And
a
he's
pretty
fun
cool.
story. Yeah.
And if anyone's watching this and hasn't seen his channel, go ahead, because I mean he's one of the most knowledgeable guy I know.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's close to 1 million subscribers now. I think last time I checked was 970,000 subs.
Wow.
So he's close.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like basically, if you
Yeah.
want to know
Yeah.
how to grow a certain vegetable, you just go on his channel. You're gonna find it for sure. I mean, he does pretty much anything, like everything.
And he's
done-
close to our zone. He's zone 5A, and most of Canada is like 5.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know Remy is zone 4,
4B.
and
Yeah.
Darren, you're 4B, right?
We're 4 something.
Okay, so
We look at
it's-
some, it
Yeah.
says 3. We look at others, it says 4. So
That's the
we
same
always
with our
try and
area.
buy like anything 2 or 3. That way we're safe.
well, Jardin Les Goumens
Yeah.
is a better location for you because he's 4A.
Nice.
And I think he's close by to you.
Oh yeah. You have
Yeah.
to send me the link for that.
Jardin Les Goumens. Yeah, I'll send you the link. There's
Yeah.
there's Terre Promise.
Yes.
Jardin
I
Les
order
Goumens.
almost everything there from them.
Le Jardin Ornemental de Catherine.
We got
Sorry, my French. And
the
there's,
Montreal melon and the
Yes.
we get our tobacco and the Montreal melon, and there's
The
some other
Oka.
stuff that Terra Promise has that is just awesome.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have that much Terre Promise, but whatever he has, it's for his region.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I just got a message from my husband. My kids are going crazy.
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty much time for us to
Yeah,
hang
you
up
can
there.
let-
Darren's going live in 20 minutes, so
So,
Okay.
Darren, you're talking about the big day on your live?
Well, I was going to, but now Bridget spilled the beans.
No. She didn't spill
it's kind of
anything.
my fault. I started
The
talking
only
about
thing
it.
she said is you guys are planning
You know,
it for
that's the
for-
last time I let her up on a live. Like seriously, it's just not...
Yeah.
Poor Bridget.
yeah.
Don't
yeah.
be too hard on her. I ask questions.
Well, you put it out on Facebook, so
Oh, I know exactly.
thought it was out
That's
there.
just it. Yeah. Yeah.
so I think we should do that more often.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we could go on each and every channel, and once in a while do on Mike and Angie's live, and sometimes on Darren's, and sometimes on Annie's. You're kind of good, Annie. You're gonna have to do it more often.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I had my beer before.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
I'd love
think-
to get Chris and Steph up too and do like some sort of focused roundtable on a subject and just dive into their brain on how it's just crazy the amount of knowledge
Might
and
take a while to
information.
get all the information though.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Have a lot.
I think
Yep.
the most biggest subject at this time of year is planning next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless of the
Mhm.
size of your homestead, in January, that's where I sit down, analyze my current year, and then I go over what I want for my next year and whatever. So in January, that's one of the most popular subject. And with everything going on, confinement is like very possible. So people will want to grow food probably or
Mhm.
raise animals. So I think it would be a popular subject.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny because here we started
Oh yeah.
we started with the chickens before the whole thing happened, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna sell eggs. And then the whole thing happened and everyone got chickens. So
It
no
all
one wants to buy
starts
eggs.
with chickens. Homesteading, the
Yeah.
gateway drug is chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very addicting.
Yeah. Yeah.
start-
For us, we went chickens, cows. It was like
Oh, okay. There's no middle point, so you went small and big.
yeah, it was yeah, and then we're like, maybe we should do pigs and rabbits too. And like, yeah, okay.
So you went big. You grow big, grow strong right away.
Yeah, go big or go home. So.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
All right, so happy holidays, Merry Christmas. If I don't speak to you, Happy New Year. Thank you, Mike, Angie, Darren. Thank you to Bridget, Sean, Annie. Thanks for coming. Thanks for dropping by. It was fun, and
It
it's
was.
gonna give you some
Yep.
views. And next time we can do it to any of you guys. Every time I see this, a bunch of people talking together, it's just like it gets more natural, I guess. It's
Yeah.
more of a bunch of friends having a chat next to a fire kind of thing, and it just comes out naturally, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So we've had good laughs, we had good information, we had good memories. We talked about good memories, and so yeah, it was fun. So
Who's
Who's
laughing?
headbutted me?
Angie's getting
I
molested
was.
there.
Someone missed me.
She took off for half an hour, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have to go. The kids are calling me. So take care.
all right,
Bye,
thanks
everyone.
for coming. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And I'll be there in 15 minutes now, Darren.
Sounds good. Sounds
I'll be
good.
watching you.
Awesome.
So thanks
Look at
again
those
for
free
dropping
brews.
by. And all right, thank you everyone
All right,
in the
enjoy
chat.
your life.
All right, guys. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too. All right,
Okay.
take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.